Ascension News, discovering your life's work. Work in the 3D matrix is about struggle, hard work, sacrifice, getting ahead in a dog-eat-dog world. Here, scarcity is the rule for the majority, and for those who are doing well, there is always the fear of falling from grace into poverty. Work is a means of earning money to survive in the world. If you're doing work you dislike, feel bored with, where there's little or no growth, or where there's conflict or drama, then your work is keeping you locked in a low-frequency prison. "3D work comes with win-lose scenarios, or even lose-lose scenarios. There are lessons to be embraced. Perhaps we're learning to value our time and energy. Perhaps we're learning to love ourselves. Perhaps we're learning to trust that the universe really does have our back. We may be learning to clear fear around money and survival. In 3D, money is about grabbing, taking, and even stealing, even sacrificing. In 5D, it's about giving and receiving. The journey there is about moving from fear and scarcity to trust and flow. Before you can leave the 3D matrix, you may be asked to embrace certain internal states so that you can move to a different level of the game. You might need to embrace gratitude, where you do not really feel very grateful for what's going on around you. You may be asked to embrace peace and serenity where there's conflict around you. You may also need to learn detachment. You may need to learn the lesson of compassion for the suffering of others, and at the same time, choose not to join in with that suffering. You may be required to forgive and let go of certain individuals and experiences to move on. As well as learning lessons, you are required not to disregard the skills and abilities you learn in the 3D game of work. These skills and experiences can be put to a higher use further down the line. Before we leave the old matrix, we will usually resist the calling to the path. The calling comes from our higher self. Resistance comes from the ego and takes many forms. Resistance comes from a core of fear and doubt. To get past this resistance, you will need courage. You need to come to the point where enough is enough. You also need to trust that you are being guided on the journey. You're not alone. For the clearer your intuition, the easier will be your path out of the matrix. To escape the gravitational pull, you need to become aware of your life story made up of all your beliefs and attitudes. What you think you deserve and do not deserve, what you think you are worthy and unworthy of experiencing, what you think you're capable and incapable of doing and moving forward towards. This life story comes from your present life conditioning. It may also come down from the ancestral bloodlines. The struggles and unresolved challenges of your ancestors can be handed down to you to resolve. These challenges and unresolved issues may involve money and work. There may be invisible limits set on your abundance and success, for example. Perhaps you're handed from the bloodline a struggle with poverty, perhaps a challenge of wealth in a society of have and have-nots. The good news is your life story belongs to you, and you alone have the power to transform it. There is a question of timing when it comes to following your courage and unhooking from work that does not feed your heart, mind and soul. When the time comes, you're being called to find your true work that gives expression to your authentic spirit. You are moving towards win-win scenarios that might feel a little odd at first, but you will certainly grow to like them. Even as you proceed along the path, you may still be called to face doubts and fears. There are no guarantees on this journey, which may be a little disconcerting to someone used to the safety of a monthly paycheck. Safety does not necessarily come from staying put and doing the same old. As you take the step and start the journey, it can feel exciting and scary. You may pass through a void of confusion, and this is normal and nothing to worry about. The void is a reflection of how big a step you are taking from fear to love and possibility. When you decide to move towards work and allow money to flow that's more in alignment with your true essence, there are some things you can do to help you move forward. Take time for silence, to ask yourself what you would love to experience in terms of your work. Remember, your true purpose is within you. Take time for daily inspiration, whether through blogs, books, YouTube, TED Talks, podcasts, and so on. Take the time to define what happiness and success mean to you. Know what's truly important. What's important to others may not be important to you on your journey. Take time to envision your highest future. When you do this, you're not condemned to repeat the patterns of your past. Follow your dreams, your joys, your passions, and you will in time uncover multidimensional gifts that you did not realize were within you. Money on the journey is the fuel, not the end goal. When you're on track, you'll be learning about giving and receiving, not the conditional form that we experience in 3D, where love and money usually comes with strings attached. When we step into unconditional giving and receiving, we are on track. We give without the expectation that we will receive an equal measure from the same person we're giving to. We give knowing that we will certainly receive from somewhere and at some time other in the universe. The intelligence of the universe is always speaking to you. There are signs and portents everywhere. Remember, not every message is meaningful. Discernment is important. You need to keep your eyes and ears and heart open. Take small steps in line with your journey. At some point, of course, you may be called to take a big leap of faith, but practice with small steps, moving forward in faith. Celebrate your small successes. Transformation is part of this journey, transforming the old and stepping into the new. Transforming your self-image and sense of personal identity happens on the journey. Transforming your life from the inside out is certainly another aspect of the journey. Then everything becomes possible and eventually probable. Remember, you are a steward and do not own anything. At the end of this life, you will leave everything behind. You do not own your money or the house you live in or your prized possessions. Even your achievements you will leave behind for others to use as they wish. When you are on your track and find your true purpose and direction, everything starts to make sense. Even the lessons you learned in 3D that point the way. The journey is seeking to reveal your true niche in life. This niche is a combination of several ingredients. Your dreams, your strengths, your skills, your values, your challenges. Utilizing your intuition and looking out for the inevitable signs and portents along the way. Your life's work will certainly include service. Contribution and legacy are important aspects of service. Your work will help a group of people in some way. It may also help those who follow you in the bloodline. Thus, your work becomes an inspiration and a resource for many others. Please note you are not alone on the journey. Many are seeking to transform boring and stressful and unsatisfying 3D work into something else. I wish you much love and blessings on your journey.